Walking down the avenue, hold and take, I meant for two. I could eat it all myself, but then I wouldn't need your help. So meet me at the corner shop where they sell your favorite pop.
Good morning, my homages, and welcome back to another vlog.
If you don't, I'll die on the spot, cause I just can't fight.
Alright. Oh my god. My camera's crooked again. Why do I do this? Every time. Okay, that's a little bit better. If the screen looks like this, I apologize. Really trying today, okay? I'm giving this my best college try. So I can't concentrate when stuff's in my way. The last few days I have not picked up my vlogging camera because, well, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So I've been feeling extremely burnt out from art markets, and I think the biggest thing is like peopling, and then another standpoint is I'm not doing as well as I anticipated after I quit my job. When I got home on Monday, I think it was like Monday evening, so I had art shows last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They were back to back. They were different ones. One was way up north, which was the one on Saturday. It was called the Pickle Fest. That was more of a flea market type thing. I won't be doing that one next year because people were looking to spend $2 on something, and my time is worth more than that. It's just a learning lesson. You don't know unless you try, right? I spent Sunday with my friends Lisa and Alex. We went to a play. We had a girls' day. It was really nice to just do something other than work. I did, however, hop on my computer and upload stuff off my SD card. It's so bad when I'm on vacation or having a day off, all I think about is work. I think that that's really a problem, and that's something to be aware of, which I am, but I don't know what to do about it because I get really excited and I have all these ideas and I just hit the overload button. I just end up doing way too much. Monday I came home. I went and had coffee with my friend Alex. She works at a bank, so I stopped at the local bank and had coffee with her before I left, and I said bye to Lisa and I headed home. It was about a 4.5 hour drive. On the way home I stopped and saw my Aunt Judy. For those of you who are new to my channel, my aunt got diagnosed with colon cancer a few months ago. I want to say probably like in May, around that time. She's doing really good. The tumor shrunk 30%, so that's good news, and she's in good spirits, and that woman is a rock star, I'll tell you that. But I visited her and I was so tired. I felt really bad because I was trying to have a conversation with her, and she's like, "Are you tired?" And I was like, "Yeah, why do I look like it?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'm sorry." So yeah, I ended up going home, and then Tuesday, I'm like, what day is it? I think today is Thursday. Losing track of the days. On Tuesday I came home and I was just really in my feelings, and I was really tired. I was really groggy, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna change some things. This is like my first official day off at home, so I was like, all right, well, what am I gonna do to make myself feel better? And one of the things that I haven't had time to do is cook nutritious meals. I've been snacking or getting whatever's healthy at a food truck if I don't have time to get groceries or pack a lunch. So I spent some time cooking some food. I cleaned. I did some special orders. Last night I actually turned on my microphone and my amp in my room and my speaker, and I was singing, and that was really fun. Is this thing on? It's on. I literally just recorded this whole thing. Oh my word. I look like a swamp monster. And it wasn't recording. So here we go again. When you try your best but you don't succeed, and ignite your bone, and I will try Thank you. The savior of the broken, the beaten and the damned, the plans that they have made to join the black parade. Oh yeah! Alright, up next is Flyleaf. Let's get the full effect. Crazy hair. Arms are outstretched toward you. I feel you on my fingertips. The angels sing and say we are alone with you. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not that bad. Oh. See if we can do Miley Cyrus. I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Oh. I turn on the camera, my intention yesterday was I had like all this energy at the end of yesterday, right? I went for a walk and I was feeling on top of the world and I was like, yeah, I finally don't feel depressed and I felt great. And I was doing things that I love to do. And then I sat down to paint and I couldn't figure out what the hell I wanted to paint. I haven't painted in months. And I finally have a moment to paint. My canvas is sitting right here in front of me. Do you think I could think of what to paint? No, I can't even pick out a color. I've been sitting here for 30 minutes contemplating it. Fine, fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. So after sitting there for 30 minutes and not knowing what the hell I was gonna paint or even which color I wanted to do, I just started drawing lightning bolts. And this is not the final piece, obviously. I do a lot of shading with my work. I'm a self-taught artist, so I like to work with really cheap paint, but it's like really kind of a watery base. And then I like to do layers and I like to shade that way. I don't know, it's something that I've always done. That's kind of what I came up with there. And I think, you know, the biggest reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because I had the intention of making a full-blown art vlog this morning. Like last night I was like, oh, tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be ready. And when I woke up this morning, I ended up sleeping over 10 hours. I had a huge headache and I just was like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do a lot of things, right? I have been struggling with my mental health. I've been struggling with depression, anxiety. I think a lot of my issues stem from undiagnosed ADHD. I was driving myself nuts this morning. Like I didn't want to do anything but everything at the same time. So I woke up this morning, turned on my coffee pot. There were no grounds in it. Got halfway through that, shut it off, went downstairs, like went in the bathroom, realized that I had no clean wash rag. So I went downstairs, went in the dryer, took all of my clothes out of the dryer, came back upstairs, threw them on the couch. Then I remembered that I forgot to turn my straightener on because I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna film a video, I'm not gonna film it just waking up. If I want to feel better, I'm gonna brush my hair. I'm gonna make an attempt to feeling better, okay? I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna do my hair, and then I'm gonna see how I feel afterwards. So I turned on my straightener, and then I realized that, oh shit, the coffee pot's not running. So I came in here and got that going, and then I started folding laundry and then remembered that my straightener was turned on, and then I folded part of the clothes, went and started straightening my hair, and then I realized that, oh, I didn't wash my face, so I grabbed a wash rag, and then I started doing my makeup, and then, I mean, it all eventually got done, but that's not normal. I know it's not, and I'm not asking anyone to diagnose me. I need to just shut up and go get tested so I can have some peace of mind, so to speak. But I think that that's, you know, a huge thing that I'm going through. I don't want all of my videos to be Debbie Downers. Honestly, I don't want any of them to be Debbie Downers. I don't want none of them to be negative. But my intention with this YouTube thing when I quit my job is I said to myself, I'm gonna create videos no matter what. I'm gonna keep going. And I mean, consistency pays off, and it's proven itself through time within my story, other people's stories, your journey, wherever you're at in life. And you could be this close to breakthrough and then you quit and then shit doesn't happen, and then a few years down the road you wished you would have done that thing or kept going, you know what I'm saying? And I've been asking God for signs, and I was like, oh, this really sucks, you know? I was being really hard on myself because I was like, when I quit my job, I told myself, oh, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be so productive. There's only so much energy that I can give. There's only so much of myself that I can pour into my creative endeavors without burning myself out, because I do a lot. Like my day off on Tuesday, I made 11 bracelets, which I'll be showing you that in a little bit. I made 11 bracelets and 2 necklaces, and I edited a video, I unloaded my car, and I still felt like I didn't do enough because I don't have a job. You know, like that's my mind attacking me. And I've been feeling very guilty about, you know, some of the vlogs where I was crying or being emotional, and I was just feeling this deep sense of guilt, and I kind of wrote about that in my journal. I've been journaling a lot, and I've been asking God for signs. This is where everything links up. Sorry, rabbit holes, but it's coming together, I promise. And I had to write things down so I didn't get off track. There's this girl, she's a content creator. Her name is Eye of She. I don't know if any of you know her. I don't know her first name off the top of my head, but she creates travel stuff. She creates amazing videos. She has beautiful photography. This is a girl that I've been following for maybe a decade. I decided to jump on Threads, which is kind of like a spin-off of Instagram. I think Instagram owns it. I'm not 100% sure what the purpose of Threads is, but as an introvert, I appreciate Threads because I'm actually really connecting with people and kind of growing a community on there. Well, anyway, long story short, this girl ends up posting this video and she's talking about her struggles, and she's like, I wished I would have filmed like the beginning stages so people didn't think that I had this perfect, beautiful life and my journey was so easy. And that's some stuff that I've said before. I was like, I'm documenting the good and the bad times because I don't want someone to look back on my journey when I'm successful or I have a level of a status and say, wow, she had it so easy. Tyler never went through any struggles. Like, the last thing I want is for someone to not try to go after their dreams because it looked like I had it so easy and then they end up struggling, because this following your dream shit is not for the weak. This is one of the hardest, most rewarding journeys I've been on. I've cried more times in the last month than I have the whole other time that I've been, unemployed. Not really unemployed, self-employed is the word for it, because I am creating an income, but it's not what I expected. And I quit my job in February and it's now almost September. I've been doing this for about, like a good 6 months, a solid 6 months. I haven't had a 9-to-5 job and I'm really proud of myself. But I think where the depression is stemming from is this like expectation, and this is very deep, but I'm a very open person. I've had this expectation of where I should be and where I saw myself I would be in 6 months. I really thought things would be different, and it doesn't mean that things can't turn around for me. I was kind of reflecting on this morning, is I am the person who speaks life into people. I'm the person where if someone wants to go after their dreams, I have more faith in them than I have in myself a lot of times. I believe in people, and I've been reflecting on this the past month, and it's like, why do I have more faith in other people than I do myself? And that's something that I've really been working on during this journey, is because I fully know I'm capable. I just get discouraged about God's timeline. I'm just like, when is it gonna happen? And as I was looking for a sheet of scratch paper to write down my points, and this isn't the whole purpose of the video and it might be the majority of it, but I'm just sharing my thoughts, feelings, and where I'm coming from, and I came across these two scriptures when I was looking for a piece of paper, and this one really spoke to me. It was the first one that came to me, and I'll read the other one because it might help someone else. This is Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. If that isn't God telling me to trust him, I don't know what is. But I needed that this morning. Then this other one is John chapter 3 verse 4. I cannot talk today. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that for whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. Can't read today. I don't know. That first verse that I read really hit home, and it really reminded me that I need to have more faith in God and trust in the process more. But I was so... I don't even know. When I quit my job, I had some doubts, but not like I do right now. I trusted God so much, and I had so much faith, and I feel it deteriorating. And then there's some things that happened in my life, and within my faith and a community that I was a part of that I stepped away from, and there were some really hard things that I went through, and I'm in this time of not really understanding my journey, but I don't think I'm supposed to right now. I think I'm supposed to enjoy it. I wrote something in my journal. Let me grab it here. Okay, so I wrote this a couple days ago. This was on Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. I don't know when you're gonna be seeing this video. It might be a few years from now. Who knows? But I've been struggling with the journey and enjoying the present, and I've been too focused on an outcome that I'm not enjoying where I'm at, and I'm getting really depressed about it. And another thing that I've been focusing on too much is like the second that I'm not looking for someone, like a significant other or a partner, someone walks into my life and makes me second guess and challenge that, and it's really been frustrating me because I'm trying to focus on my journey, and then there's shit like that happens. But I wrote about this, and I'm just being honest. I said, this should be one of the most beautiful chapters in my life. Singleness is a gift. My mind focuses on relationships and keeping my walls up. That's not where my focus should be. It should be living in my authenticity and falling in love with the process of discovering myself. I'm focused on too many of the wrong things and what ifs. So yeah, and honestly, I think I was thinking about this as I've been filming, is I think I'm gonna turn this video into I quit my 9 to 5 6 months ago. Where am I now? This is where I'm at, and I'm in a very unpredictable place. You know, I could fake it and fake how I'm really feeling and be like, oh my god, things are gonna work out. I'm just so positive, and I could just gaslight people and lie about it, but that's not who I am. I'm being honest, I'm being authentic, I'm being real about my journey, and this isn't what I expected, and I've went for my dreams before. I pursued high fashion modeling for years, and then I moved out to the East Coast, and I lived out there for 10 months, and I went to modeling calls, and I was so poor, and I was so broke. All I had was a bed. Like, my rent was $1,600 at the time. This was like 5 years ago, and I lived with the guy that I dated out there. Super kind person, but that's not the point of this video, or what I'm trying to say. I followed my dreams, and I pursued it for 10 years, and then I ended up moving back home, and I remember there was a time in my life where I felt like it was that time. And now that I'm 30, I'm starting to realize that there's probably going to be a lot of times like this. There's going to be a lot of deaths of parts of yourself and a lot of rebirths. And let me tell you, when you're at this age, or you're in between 25 and 30, because I've lived it and I can say this, it is one of the most painful processes, and it's the most rewarding because you grow so much as a person. If I didn't take the leap of faith, I have chills talking about this, if I didn't take the leap of faith and I didn't believe in myself and I didn't put my trust in God like I did, I would have still been stuck at a job that I hated. I would still be crabby. I still wouldn't like myself. You know, and it's not that the job was the worst thing in the world, honestly, but I was not okay. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Was one thing that I learned out of doing all of these art markets is that I learned what I don't like to do, right? And I learned what art markets don't work for me. I'm not saying I'm quitting them altogether. Who knows where I'll be at a year's time from now. I don't know where I'll be sitting, and maybe I'm making this video so I can reflect a year from now and be like, wow, that's where I was at and life is great, you know? Or maybe this video is gonna help me or someone keep going along the journey. But one thing that I realized is that I don't like doing art markets. They're a lot of work. They're very draining for an introvert, and I know that's part of the process, and I know I probably signed up for too many, but I went into this all in. I went with the intention that I'm gonna do as many art markets as I can because I'm gonna pay my bills, and that's just what I did. And I learned what I don't like to do, and I think that there's power in that. It's not saying, oh, I'm a self-entitled, spoiled brat, because I never have been. I've worked my ass off for every single thing that I have in this life. I bought my house by myself. I bought my vehicle by myself. I bought my first vehicle by myself. I started buying my own shit when I was 16 years old, even younger than that. I got my first job at 14. I've worked very hard for what I have, and I don't need to explain myself, but this has not been a fun ride in life. It's been hard, and I know one day all of this hard work is gonna pay off. So where I was getting to with that is when I did the winery and I did that art festival where my, tent was in shambles, there was this older woman that walked up to me. She's maybe 50s, and it's like she saw me. Like obviously she saw me because I was standing right in front of her, but she saw me because she's looked at me and she knew how devastated I was inside about this, and I was trying to be positive, and she goes, you know what, you're very positive about this. And she was telling me about how when she started like pursuing the arts and stuff, she did one art market and the weather took her tent and she said no more. And this woman was talking about her art and stuff. Lo and behold, she was one of the owners of the winery. She was the one person who had these beautiful sculptures in the land. She had these beautiful sculptures on her property, and I was just so inspired because it taught me that you never know who you're talking to. Like, it reminded me of that. And another thing that it taught me was you don't have to do things that, like, obviously you're gonna have to do things you don't want to do, but if you have that inkling in you and you're like, fuck that, I'm not doing this again, it might come back around and you might end up doing it again in the future. But you don't have to do something if you don't want to. I didn't have to stay at my job if I didn't want to. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, because I'm guilty of this, but a lot of times we're so wrapped up in what everybody else thinks that we don't take the leap. We're like, oh my God, everybody's looking at us, when we're probably what? Not even 1% of someone's daily thoughts. It doesn't matter. We're here. We're on this test field and we're trying things and we're gonna fail and it's gonna be beautiful, and then there's gonna be times where it's really fucking ugly, and that's kind of what I've came across lately. But I don't even know if I'm gonna turn this into an art vlog, I don't know what I'm gonna turn this into. I'm just gonna go throughout the day and I'm gonna start showing you things and I'm gonna be me, because that's why I'm on here, right? So yeah, yeah, moral of today's story is I quit my job 6 months ago and I still don't know what I'm doing in my life. And I'm struggling with my mental health, but you know what? Everything's gonna work out. I'm gonna show you, however, kind of the special order projects I've been working on. I said I'd tell you, I said I would show you guys. Words are hard today. Words aren't wording. So this lady named Renee walked into my booth and she was talking about like her spiritual journey and her spiritual awakening. And she kind of opened up to me a little bit about that. She's maybe in her 40s, I believe. She's like, do you have any evil eye bracelets? And Christians, don't kill me for this. I support everybody. I love everybody because that's what a good person does, right? I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care. I'm gonna love you regardless. So, acceptance, that's love, right? So anyways, she wanted me to make her an evil eye bracelet, and I had this vision when she was talking about it, and I was like, would you by chance want the chakra colors on that? So for those of you who aren't familiar, there's a Reiki chart, and Reiki is like energy healing, which I believe in. My mom was Native American, so I lean more towards like the spiritual path. I believe in Christianity and I go to church and stuff, but I also believe in the spiritual part of things, and it's not new age, it's been around forever. But anyway, there's points, there's like the crown, sacral, heart chakra, there's all these chakras in your body, and they're like, sometimes there's a blockage if you're having pain in your body. And every time that like I feel like I have a hole in my heart chakra's blocked and I need to release that. I need to open up my heart more, which is something I've been working on. But I was like, I have this vision of these chakra colors, so this is what I came up with. Super cute. I really like it. I hope she likes it too. But all right, so we are gonna pack this order today, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like on. I might do a jewelry haul for these. I mean, that's super cute. So I made this variation, and then I made one where the chakra colors are only on like one side, and then I made these ones, but I forgot the yellow, and I was like, oh, what's the yellow chakra? And it's actually like your sacral chakra, which I feel super freaking called out by God. Okay, so my camera overheated. Oops. Back to what I was saying. My sacral chakra is blocked, and I was like, ooh, that's a good one. So when your sacral chakra is blocked, mental symptoms, detachment, isolation, anxiety, loneliness, lack of creativity, insecurity, fatigue, depression, feeling over-dependent on others, difficulty expressing emotions and needs. I feel attacked. So some ways to let this go, and I've been like wanting to get my paddle board out because it's like the end of summer. I'm filming this August 22nd of 2024. I've been wanting to really be by a big body of water. I haven't been able to get my paddle board out. I was planning on doing that today, but I have to meet a customer this afternoon in Rochester, which kind of, I mean, it's good. I'm meeting him and stuff, but I just need like an entire day to myself. Maybe tomorrow will be that day for me. It says letting go, so it's talking about journaling, being near water, by a lake, river, or sea, drinking liquids, which I do need to drink more water because I'm probably dehydrated, focusing on hobbies such as writing, painting, playing music, and meditating, which are things that I have been doing and things that I felt like I needed to do. So this stuff is for real. Oh, my battery's dying. We are back again. Those are those bracelets. And then, oh yeah, I made this one without the evil eye. This is just oh, just kidding. I lied. I put the evil eye like on the end. So that's like a different variation. Again, I said I'm going to probably be doing a jewelry haul, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested. And then I wanted to use some howlite stones. The last ones I used lava rock for. This one's really cool because you have the glass bead here and then the chakras. I really like this one. And then there's this one. This is just the chakras. And there's another one. This is shorter, smaller. And then I had to repair an anklet that goes into my inventory. These are not on my website. If you ever want one, shoot me a message. I can make you one, ship it to you. And then yeah, these, I love these. These are freaking cool. I might have to make one for myself. They're so cool though. I love it. I need to make more stuff like this, so now I'm getting excited. Goodbye, depression. Yeah, and then this one's exactly like it. So that's what I mean when I created jewelry. Oh, and then I have this customer named Keith. He came and saw me at Thursdays on First in Rochester, Minnesota. And he wanted a tiger eye bracelet. He's got a 9-inch wrist, so I made them a little bit bigger. I made different sizes because I'm not sure when I meet up with him which one he's gonna like better. So I made like bigger beads and then I made the smaller ones. He's leaning more towards the bigger beads, but we'll see how it feels on him when we're in person. I'm gonna bring my tools too, just in case I need to shorten anything for him. So yeah. Ooh, and also before I start packaging up Renee's order, I wanted to talk to you guys about Patreon. So I'm a part of the Patreon club now. I'm still figuring out the basics and the details of it and figuring out what I want to offer to people, but I have faith that whenever this video is posted within a month, I'm gonna have everything figured out. So stay tuned for the next video or two. I'm gonna announce like what the deets are on my Patreon and like what each tier offers to you guys. I'm gonna be doing exclusive content. You're gonna be getting a look inside of my life, like deeper, and I'm gonna be posting pictures, like especially on my feed, like the painting I just showed you, this one here, the one with the lightning bolt. I'll show a picture of this and kind of write about it and what I was going through in the artistic process and kind of where I'm at with it, and talk about my struggles and triumphs of the piece. And so you're gonna get more of a detailed behind the scenes look into my life that way. I'm gonna be posting pictures, updates, and my YouTube content schedule is a month ahead. So you're gonna be seeing all of the stuff a month before it comes out. So I will have the fine line details ironed out. Should you snack? This? Yeah. Ooh. What delicious this. Cricket is alive and well, you guys. She didn't die, thankfully. Oh, last week was a biatch. I just want to personally thank each and every single one of you for watching this vlog. Let me know if you made it to the end. I am going to pop off of here and cut this video short today because, well, I have a lot of stuff to get done and I am dragging my butt. I left corporate America. Feel free to share your story down below if you did the same and kind of where you're at in your path. I'd love to hear from you guys, and until the next video, peace out my homages. It's been real.